Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss digital signal processing. In that module 5, the title of this module is Design of FIR Filter. In this, first we are going to discuss about Introduction to FIR Filter. First, we should know what is meant by FIR filter. FIR filter is finite impulse response, and it is a digital filter, one of the type of digital filter. And the digital filter, there are two types. One is FIR filter, the other one is IAR filter. So the types of filters which make use of feedback connection to get the desired filter implementation are known as recursive filter. Recursive filter means it has feedback. That is, it will have both numerator coefficients as well as the denominator coefficients. The numerator coefficients is B coefficients and the denominator coefficients are the A coefficients. It contains both poles and zeros. That is called as a recursive filter. Their impulse response is of infinite duration. IAR filter means infinite impulse response. That's why the impulse response is having infinite duration. So that it is said to be IAR filter. And the next one is FIR filter. The FIR filter is non-recursive filter. Non-recursive filter means it does not have any feedback. Means it will have only B coefficients. It will not have A coefficients. And here the impulse response is of finite duration. It has only finite samples, so that it is called as FIR filter. The IAR filters are designed by considering all the infinite samples of the impulse response. This is about your FIR filter and IAR filter. Next, so as I said here, digital filter or the FIR filters and IAR filters. Digital filters, we will see the difference between digital filter and analog filter. The digital filter means we know that digital means zeros and ones. Analog means the signal, the amplitude will vary with respect to time. Each and every instant of time you will have amplitude. Here in digital filter, it operates on digital samples of the signal. Analog filter means it operates on analog signals. Here digital filter will be represented by or it is defined by linear difference equation. Analog filter will be defined by differential equation. Here the digital filter will be implemented with the help of adder, subtractor, multiplier and delay. But in analog filter it will be designed with the help of resistor, capacitors, all the electrical components we are going to use to design the analog filter. In digital filter, the coefficients are designed to satisfy the desired frequency response. Here in analog filter, the approximation problem will be solved to satisfy the desired frequency response. So this is very important. You should know the difference between digital and analog. So digital means zeros and ones. Analog means this amplitude is continuously varying with respect to time. The digital signal can be implemented with the help of adder, subtractor, multiplier and delay elements. But analog signal, analog filter will be designed with the help of capacitor, resistor, transistor and inductor, etc. Now, FIR filter. Here in this model, we are going to discuss only FIR filter. The next model, we are going to discuss about the analog filter. As I said earlier, the FIR filters are non-recursive filters and it is having one of the best advantages. The FIR filters are inherently stable when compared to IAR filter. Here the IAR filters are designed to be stable, but FIR filters are inherently stable. Here the FIR filter does not contain any zeros, means that the FIR filter, the transfer function of the FIR filter, that is h of z, it contains only B coefficients. It does not have A coefficients. The A coefficient value will be is equal to 1. Okay, and here as I said, the digital filters are always represented by a difference equation. And here, the what is the advantages over IAR filter? The digital filters are inherently stable. FAR filters will have exact linear pace, and we can realize both regressive and non-regressive. Here in FAR filter, it will be free from oscillations, and here the excellent design can be made with the help of the FAR filters. Disadvantages is here it needs sharp cutoff frequencies. That's why it is very costly, and the memory requirement and execution times are very high in the case of FAR filter. So that is the major disadvantages of FAR filter. What are the design techniques for the FAR filter? We can design the FAR filter by using various techniques: Fourier series method, window method, frequency sampling method, optimum filter method. But here in this we are going to discuss only two methods. One is window method and frequency sampling method as per your recommended syllabus. Now the window method is nothing but here we are going to multiply the finite sequence with the infinite sequence is known as window method in order to get the finite impulse response. Now, how we are going to design the filter? Okay, it's very, very important. All these points are very, very important. While designing the FIR filter, we are going to use this method. First, what we are going to do, the desired frequency response. Okay, the desired frequency response will be chosen. Okay, the desired frequency response will be chosen. If you take inverse is a transform, if you take inverse is a transform for the desired frequency response, you will get desired impulse response. If you take inverse transform is a transform, you will get a desired impulse response. Okay, here this whatever the letter which is represented by capital letter, that is frequency response. If the letter represented by small, then it is impulse response. It is a time domain sequence, it is a frequency domain sequence. Then next, how to get the h of n. For getting this h of n, you need to multiply this is desired frequency response, this is the desired frequency response, this is the desired impulse response. Next, how to get the impulse response? That impulse response can be obtained by multiplying the desired impulse response into the window sequence. Okay, into window sequence. That is your third important point. And finally, how to find the transfer function? After finding the transfer function, only we are going to find the system is stable or not, whether the given system is stable or not. By using the transfer function, we are going to find the system stability. So the transfer function will be obtained by taking Z transform of h of n. Now the FAR filter will be designed. Now we know that what is mean by transfer function of the Z transform. Transfer function of Z transform is defined as the ratio of the output Z transform of the output to the Z transform of the input. How we are going to define the transfer function means h of Z will be is equal to B coefficients divided by A coefficients. If the B coefficients is zeros, okay, so zeros, and the A coefficients means poles. Okay, here after finding the transfer function, if you locate the numerator and the denominator inside the unit circle, if all the zeros and poles are located inside the unit circle, then we can say the system is stable. Okay, if any one of the poles or zeros located on the margin of on the unit circle, then it is marginally stable. Okay, then it is marginally stable. If any one of the poles located outside the unit circle, then it is unstable. Okay, so this is about your introduction part of your FAR filter. Okay, we know what is meant by FAR filter, advantage, disadvantage, what are the methods, and how to design the FAR filter. Okay, thank you students.